How are you? Today I decided to talk about Lithuania. So be there and you will hear something very interesting about Lithuania. So we can start. For example, I have to say that I have to say that Lithuania got their independence in 1991 and of course entered the United Nations. And other thing that I have to mention is that official language of Lithuania is Lithuanian, and other two, or maybe better to say three, languages that are spoken there are Russian, Polish and English. So yes. Next thing that I want to mention is that of course, as all, I think not all, but a big part of world countries have borders, and Lithuania has borders with Latvia. So north we have Latvia, south we have Belarus, and of course, yes, also east is Belarus, and the west part is Poland, and of course Russia, so Russian part, Kaliningrad. And yes, these are borders of Lithuania. Next thing to mention, that population of Lithuania, as I found, so I have to recognize, I don't know if this is correct number, but population of Lithuania is 3.5 million of people. Okay, similar to my country, to Bosnia. Then I have to say that religion is Roman Catholicism, and before Christianity there was 𝒜𝒃. I don't know what is 𝒜𝒃. Well, I didn't search for this, but it was religion of Lithuania before Christianity, so yes. Next thing to say, that, as I said, that Lithuanian is official language of Lithuania. It is also one of oldest languages in the world, and it is more similar to Sanskrit. Yes. And in 14th century, Lithuania was the largest country in Europe. So it is interesting because now, as we see, Lithuania, it has good but small territory in all Europe. So that's something really interesting about Lithuania. Next thing to mention, that currency is euro, as we know that in 2004 Lithuania joined European Union and it is part of Eurozone. And yes, capital city is Vilnius. I will mention other cities later, but to mention capital city is Vilnius. So next thing to say that Lithuania is, as I said, that Lithuania got their independence in 1991, and Iceland was first country to recognize Lithuania as independent country, because Lithuania was part of Soviet Union, and in that year they started with their own history, how to say, own way to continue in the future. Well, yes. Next thing to mention, ethnic groups. So I have written here, Lithuanians 86.4% of all population, so Lithuanians. Then Poles 5.7, Russians 4.5, Belarusians, I don't know, 1.5, and Ukrainians 1% of all population. So we can say that we see that there are also Russians and other nations that formed the Soviet Union. So we see influence, that there are still minorities, and it is so legal. What to say next? Something that is really important in these days, it is internet, because we all use internet, and it is really important thing to have access to all informations that we don't know, that we search and so on. And Lithuania, as I found, Lithuania has one of fastest internet connections in the world, and also in some cities, in some areas, there is a free Wi-Fi connection to the internet, and it is so good for all people, for people who are searching places, for students, for workers, and so on. It is a really important thing. Next one to mention, okay, I can change my hand now a little bit. Next thing to mention, that Lithuania is home of nature, and it is so good to know, because as I found, there are 6,000 lakes in Lithuania. Well, I don't know if this is a true fact, but if that is true, 6,000 of lakes in one country, that has a small area in all Europe. That is fascinating, so amazing. When it comes to the sport, we know that I remember when it was World Basketball competition and so on. I remember that Lithuania was one of the best, with Serbia, Croatia, United States, and so on. But Lithuania, I found something interesting, that basketball is most popular sport in Lithuania, like second religion in the country. So it is a really interesting fact. And I remember that basketball player, �ဋ𝒊𝒏, I think. I'm not sure about his name. Maybe Manta. Mantas Kalnietis, maybe. I have to be honest, when I watch sport and sportists, I like to see beautiful and handsome guys, and he is one of those. So Mantas Kalnietis, I think. Let's go with another thing to mention, dear. Now, something that you will love for sure. I found the longest Lithuanian word. 37 letters that contain this word. So let's begin to read this word. 𝐵𝓁𝓊𝓆𝓒𝓏. I have to repeat again, but now more, how to say, faster. 𝐵𝓁𝓊𝓆𝓏. Well, I did it. So interesting word, and I think that it is explaining something about nature, or I don't know, but 37 letters there in one word that describes a lot of things in one word. Okay. Okay, I mentioned about lakes. Now I will read some, how to say, cities in Lithuania. We have Vilnius as a capital, then Kaunas, Klaipėda, Šiauliai. Is this Lithuanian or Chinese? Korean city, Šiauliai. Okay. Panevėžys, this sounds so Lithuanian. Alytus also, but this Šiauliai, I don't know. If I didn't know that this is a Lithuanian, I would say, okay, Asian, some Asian city. Okay. Something that I like so much, it is Eurovision Song Contest, and I have to mention that I watch a lot that. We know that this year we didn't have performed Eurovision Song Contest because of coronavirus. But okay, I have to say that regarding Lithuania, first appearance is in 1994, and the best result is in a 6th place in 2006. Yes, true. One of most famous dishes is 𝒂𝒨𝑖, because I think that it has shape of zeppelin, so that's why it is called like that. The stelmus or the stelmas oak is the oldest tree in Europe, and it is located in Lithuania. Yes. Then Lithuania has its own aroma, the scent of Lithuania, and it is a mixture of wildflowers, ginger, raspberries, sandalwood, and musk. So interesting that one country has, how to say, something so regarding nationality and nation, something that is their own aroma. There are 2 independence days in Lithuania, so we have February 16 and March 11. Yes. And something that also is interesting, that Vilnius as a capital city has an anonymous foundation. So there are a group of people that go through the city and they are installing swings all around the city, so changing places, locations, and this is so artistic, I think. And we have two things remaining to mention about Lithuania. Yes, I found also that Lithuania is located in Central Europe, but I always thought that Poland, Czech Republic and Slovakia are in Central Europe, because they are located in the central part. We have Scandinavians in North, South Balkans, East Russia and those countries, and West we know, West countries. But I found there that Lithuania is one of Central European countries. Okay. Next thing to say, that their same-sex activities for LGBT persons is legal since 1993. There is no same-sex marriage, and but they have legal status there, and for trans rights are good, because trans persons can change their gender legally without problems. So this is a really good information to know, because I'm transgender person, and there is no death penalty since 1998. So I hope that you enjoyed in my video about Lithuania, that you like a lot how I look today with all this blue eyes, red lipstick, pink nails, blonde hair, this blue, and these flowers behind me. I hope you enjoyed, that you will like my video, and of course you can subscribe to my channel. And for next time, who knows which country will be elected from my part. First one was Bosnia and Herzegovina, second is Lithuania, and maybe third one will be from Asia, Africa, America, or again Europe. I don't know. So, see you soon. Bye.